A visual M&M, thanks a lot. Yeah, I've always viewed the skeleton quote-unquote meat as being bone marrow. Hey, I say impresaria, thank you very much. I also wondered how it's possible for, like, slimes and jellies to have meat. Or ghosts is another one. Skeletons at least have bones. Ghosts and slimes, on the other hand, so much. Hey, Blind Empire, thanks for the raid. About the first 15 minutes of this run is manipulated very heavily. Like, really the only thing that's not manipulated right now is NPC movements, which is kind of a big deal in the Sword King's castle, which I'm already past. Because if you touch an NPC there, you get into an unrunnable fight. But then once we're past the first 15 minutes of the run, then the strategies change pretty substantially. So what tiles the encounters are on and how the fights all play out is all scripted at this point. Yeah, once we get past about the first quarter of the run, it just gets too hard to continue manipulating it. As being able to actually like get out of the encounters without characters dying. If you mean the slime village or whatever in the southeast corner, sadly we do not have a reason to go there. Until I watched a Let's Play of this a few weeks ago to refamiliarize myself with the story and with like casual play experience, I forgot that there even was another town in this world besides the ones that are required to visit. Yeah, most runs use the saw skill, and I mean, not using it doesn't really change the game that much. But I enjoy this no saw skill category more because I just feel like it shows a lot more of what the game has to offer as far as the combat and party build systems. For the second run tonight, I'll try to do some more marathon-style commentary practice. Hey, Porcine, thanks for the luck. Sir? Genbu did not attack P, as he's called in this run twice, so don't need to do some backup strats. Once in a while, the battle manipulation deviates a little bit during the Genbu boss fight, and different characters than I want to get hit. not too common, but I want to make sure to notice if it does. This fight, we do 1 round of attacks before running away as part of the map. We're not manipulating too much more of the game, but that setup there lets me actually run from this next fight, and I'd otherwise have to reset and end the minute. They get cooped. Oop, no. 5 anyone. Alright, so with that, we are done with manipulation, and going to be doing some very heavy save scumming to avoid bad encounters for the rest of the game. Good first part of World 2. People haven't seen my recent attempts at this. These splits are extremely front-loaded as far as where the time saves are. My current PB I got during a D-Rust session a few years back, so I didn't play very well in the first half of the game, but then the second half, the the game gave me some extremely ridiculous luck with counters. Kind of like we've been getting so far here. Succeeding at the fleas, even when they're not being manipulated. Nah. Bad luck there. Hey, Keon Lion, thanks for the look. For a split second to see if the it's gonna work. If the octopus would get out of my way. Now the luck's really falling apart here. And the inside of this building has a higher encounter rate than the outside, but I'm getting by the can't runs too. Literally the step I was going to save on. Again, literally the step I was going to save. Hey, Half Blake, thanks for the look. Set to get that octopus up. Hey, the limit break, thanks. Okay, the top two floors were pretty solid, but the bottom floor owned me pretty hard, so we're certainly losing time here. Maybe we won't actually if we get the mate. Hey, nice. Alright, good start. And the the first couple splits in this PB are pretty bad. When I get to past Byako, that it starts to get pretty hard to compete. But I have a pretty commanding lead built up by the time I get to Byako in order to have a good chance at... Hey Patrick, evening sir. Hey Nemesis, welcome in. Up I was saving. God, that's like the 4th time this has happened in this. Hey Becca, evening. Yep. You don't talk to the mysterious top hat man. It doesn't specifically have to be there, but at least somewhere in the tower, then the game is incompletable. It's soft locked. The end game. My educated guess on why that is that when you do talk to him, if you come back to the same map, he's gone, so the game is definitely tracking like where he is at any given time, and if you never actually interact with him at all, I guess there's just some variable that doesn't update properly, and then when you try to start the end game, you go into the wrong... The game loads the wrong map, basically, and can't proceed. Hey, Waterglood, welcome in. Oh, Mecca, I think I saw you're going to be hosting my run too, so it'll be a fun time. Yeah, I mean, that makes about as much sense as anything. I mean, yeah, just... The game developers pretty clearly just did not expect you to play the whole game without ever actually interacting with the Top Hat Man. At least in places where he disappears after you talk to him. Hey, Judo Gatsu, welcome in. Oh, nice. I'm glad to hear that. Pretty sloppy menu. And we got the meat drop. I wish I could credit the sloppy menu for advancing a frame counter to get the beat drop, but the RNG in this game doesn't actually work like that. I actually spent some time earlier this morning reading the information on the TAS videos knowledge base about how RNG in this game works, and it's really interesting too, because it kind of boils down to that almost everything in this game that's meant to be random has its own RNG variable in the game's memory, and most of them only change when they're called upon. So like the RNG for like whether monsters drop meat or not is its own RNG value. The like mutants learning skills or gaining stats after fights have separate RNG and stuff. And whenever I soft reset, okay, I didn't get early Sabrecat meat, but whenever I soft reset, that reinitializes the battle RNG, but not most of the others, which explains why I kind of get. The battles play out the same way if I retry one multiple times, but the drops don't. Because the RNG for whether meat is dropped or not is stays the same through soft resets and keeps changing when it's called upon. Oh wow, that's some dedication. Is this like what kind? Is this the stat seed RNG, or is this other stuff too? It's manipulated in 7th Saga now. Oh, step route. Oh, it's actually like manipulating the where like avoiding the encounters and stuff. Is any of that stuff RTA viable yet? I.e., are we going to be seeing it at Limit Break next week? Ah, gotcha. Hey, Becoming Tuna, welcome in. Thanks to yeah, that Chrono Trigger run's one of my proudest accomplishments in gaming. Not just the run itself, but all of the work that went into preparing for it too, as far as the routing and practice. Yeah, I know the Petrov apprentice can be a big deal and can also be a chump if you get one of the apprentices that's very easy to AI loop by like constantly debuffing. Hey, Stolteheim, thanks for the sorry. Stream was a good one. Probably should have reloaded as soon as I saw it was 5 imps there. Yeah, a lot more manage. Hey Kiva, thanks for the luck. Yeah, I'm definitely hoping to catch some of the 7th Saga run. It's definitely very cool that it's at a point now where it's viable to be in an in-person marathon as far as being fast and consistent enough. Oh, congrats on the PB. Hopefully I'll be achieving one of my own tonight, but for the most part, that's not up to me to decide. Better feast your eyes on the schedule for RPG Limit Break, which is a charity event that putting on starting next week. That's weird. Imp to already be dead by this point. Much. Alright, so over a minute ahead after Byako is a lead that is going to make PBing possible. Not free by any means, but certainly possible. Yeah, if you've never heard of RPG Limit Break, but you have heard of Games Done Quick, RPG Limit Break is a pretty similar kind of event, only it's more geared towards role-playing games. Yeah, the next world was really, really fast in my PB, along with the creator split. I do have some time to potentially save on Ashura, but if I get owned too badly in Suzaku's world, it's not gonna happen. Like that's the main run killer the past couple attempts that have had decent leads coming out of the early game is Suzaku's world. The World of Ruins, not to be confused with the World of Ruin from Final Fantasy VI. Feel way better about Ashura though now because I did a little science on the skill usage for Suzaku and Ashura and found a pretty good game plan there. Because a concern in the past has been basically my pudding running out of melts before being able to kill Ashura, especially if Ashura heals, but actually found that using the pudding's gas attack on Suzaku does more or less the same damage as melt, and not getting the HP healing effect from Drain doesn't really matter that much for Suzaku, so that lets me save plenty of wins for Ashura and pretty much guarantee a win. got 2 fleets from... jinx. Yeah, when you're on foot in this world, the encounter rate is the highest in the game. It's 1 in 4, I think. Goes down a lot after you get the bike. Okay, humans still alive. And feed to Suzaku on our way out of the tunnel. Across the map if need be. To get the 2 humans killed off before getting to the next town so that I can replace them with the guild. Okay, Suzaku is in hiding apparently. Okay, there we go. Lamia took care of what Suzaku feeling up for. Week I'm doing too is actually naming the Chimera so that I can tell easier when it takes damage in battle. Chimera's a bit of a glass cannon, so I need to keep an eye on if it takes damage. Coming up on the last really hefty dollop of RNG in one shot as opposed to distributed around because of the counters, and that's the Evil Eye meat drop. Need to get that pretty quickly to have a PB chance. Takes more than like 3 attempts. It's probably over. Hey, all right. Gotta run. Still, I mean, we're almost certainly still going to be losing time here because I'm up against a pretty good gold, but I should hopefully not lose all of my lead given that I got the meat drop first try. That does not help, though. I'm going to be hopefully getting to the boss before I start losing time on the split. Wow, okay. Almost broke even with my gold. Nice. It means that could have been even better if if the return trip from Akiba had been faster. I want to test too if getting the bike again has the potential to save time here. It's because you move faster and the encounter rate is... Well, actually I don't think the encounter rate is different after this point in the story, after Suzaku disappears. I wouldn't mind testing if the movement speed makes any kind of difference. Yeah! Yeah, I wanted to do a casual run of CV4 to pay tribute to Furious Paul at some point, and since the rest of the Castlevania community did a bunch of cool stuff yesterday, I thought I'd do it this weekend too. Disclaimer, I'm not very good at Castlevania 4, but that's not really the point. Oh, nice, yeah. Yeah, it's a really cool speedrun. I always enjoy watching runs of it and commentary if given the opportunity. Alright, this kind of flea luck is exactly what I want to see. Especially when I actually have a pace. Kind of surprised I've got this good of a pace going when I struggled that hard to get the Sabrecat meat. Now that I think about it, that was like third or fourth try Sabrecat. I believe my PB got all of the meat drops first try, but I also played extremely poorly in the first two worlds because it was a derust session. I don't think the Chimera has taken any damage yet, so before Suzaku. Hey Rocco, thanks for the raid. Luffy runs went well. Nice. Good segment. Ooh, 449, that's good. Making great progress. This split is 2 seconds off gold, and then creator is gold. So yeah, this is the name of the game at this point. I think is more just trying to fight to maintain the lead. Pretty good. This is the first run of the night, and have a pretty solid pace going past pretty much the worst of the RNG. It's really just about not hemorrhaging too much time from can't runs and having to reload for the next 10 minutes. Change. Yeah, the flea luck in this run has been so good. Exactly what I need in order to have a chance. Really, so the only real part of the run that's I'm remembering at this point that was kind of bad was the bottom half of Seirayu's castle. Step down there, but got the flea. Back to him so I don't need to do so again. Demon Lords or Demo Loads or whatever are really... The wall meat, definitely. Yes, this is why I want to save all of my melts for Ashura. Pretty common that he kills everybody except for the pudding pretty fast. Nice, good fight. Gold! I was not expecting that. Alright. And I got the good results too as far as Ashura killing the Chimera and the Jelly too. Hey, GF0, come in. Yep, run's looking pretty good. Just have to get through this last tower climb, and we got it. No, it's not. This is any percent no saw skill. There aren't really any useful glitches in the English version of this game, but there's a bugged monster ability called Saw that can be used to kill anything in the game in one hit, up to and including the final boss. So not using that skill probably makes the run about 5 to 7 minutes longer or so typically than a straight any percent run. Hey Arku, welcome in. Yeah, this category is not competitive, at least outside Japan. I don't know anyone else that's run no saw skill in the English version besides me. The Japanese version, on the other hand, does have some pretty wacky glitches. Like if you use all of them, you can beat the Japanese version. I want to say in like 5-6 minutes or so, if not less. It's getting some good. Not perfect luck though. Divine tiger meat definitely sounds tastier than a rock dropped by a fish. Ah. Probably not gonna be getting to the creator by the hour mark. Ah. Bad batch of flea luck here. Always underestimate how many copies of this screen are still left after the Suzaku refight. The non-escalator tiles in this room have a 1 in 4 encounter rate. So pass the first part with only one fight is pretty lucky. Last can't run for the road. Well, this should be some kind of 102. Okay. Is luck human mustard? Dead next turn. Turn. Hey! Heck yeah. GG. Thanks for the GGs, everybody. Glad this happened tonight too, because this is more or less my last real chance to do PB attempts. at this before limit break, and then when I get back, I need to work on Lufia 2 for SGDQ. I'll be getting in on Friday night, kind of late, not like absurdly late, but 9 p.m. or so. All right, so let's see. So yeah, I mean, always nice to see a set of splits where everything's green or gold. So yeah, I mean, I took a safety save in Sword King's Castle just because I'm still doing limit break practice and wanted to be able to switch to my backup manip route if I got caught in the castle. But that's not really a big time investment. I had a very good first part of World 2, the World of Ocean. Yeah, SGDQ is about a 4.5 hour drive for me, so absolutely. It would take me longer than that to fly because of airport access in the Midwestern US being a joke. And let's see. So then, yeah, I had a kind of a bad first floor of Seirayu's castle, but the upper floors were okay. I think the first meat drop that I had some trouble with was the Sabrecat meat drop, which is part of the Byakko segment. And reason I lost a bit of time there. Got first try Evil Eye beat, which is the really trolly one in a lot of cases. See you again. And yeah, and then the rest of the run, the encounter. Yeah, I mean Ashura. Well, I mean, I've kind of since learned too that if you soft reset before a fight, you will always get the same results as far as like attack patterns. You won't get the same results as far as meat drops and stuff like mutant skill learning and stuff, but because I didn't get a successful flee before Ashura, that gave me the pretty much not really like the fastest possible Ashura pattern, but at least a pattern where everybody except the pudding died, which is how I want to come out of that fight, so that I don't have to like farm an extra fight to get the Chimera and Jelly killed off. And yeah, and then I mean, my creator segment in my previous PB was ridiculous, so only losing about 30, a little under 30 seconds to that gold is pretty solid, I'd say. Had a couple floors in the final tower ascent that were crummy as far as can't run luck. But yeah, I mean, a low 102 was more or less my goal for this run with my like current routing and strats. I mean, at one point I was thinking about maybe chasing for sub hour, but I don't think my PB is even, or my sum of best is sub hour yet too. It's getting kind of close, but really trying to get sub hour would take some pretty significant rerouting, I think, and finding ways to do more manipulation, I'd say. So yeah, I mean, gonna do another run after this to do some commentary practice, but yeah, if this PB ends up being my final running, I'll be pretty content with it.